Hey guys, it's your boy Moodzy bringing you my very first top 7 video. Why top 7? Because we can't afford the top 10. It is what it is. So support this channel and we might be able to afford the top 10 list. And also afford better jokes. Anyways, when it comes to Dragon Ball Z movies, no one can deny that the most interesting thing about them is the villain. Like seriously, you might barely remember the name or the story, but you can always remember the main villain, and that is no surprise since Dragon Ball Z is a character-driven story. However, please note before you whip out your katanas and start raging at me for placing these characters in an order that may displease you, remember that this list is based on character personality, design, abilities, and my own personal opinion. So you may disagree with this video, however try to do it in a civilized manner. So no need to take this list too seriously like some people do, because some people take these videos so personally to the point where they dislike your videos, flag them, and go as far as hack your Club Penguin account. So please don't hack my Club Penguin account, that's not cool. But you know what's cool? It's the top 7 Dragon Ball Z movie villains.
After 50 years locked in icy slumber, my dreams will finally become a reality.
And coming up at number 7 is Dr. Wheelo, and just like every doctor in Dragon Ball Z, this doctor will cure all your diseases by killing you. But seriously, what makes Dr. Wheelo a distinguished villain is his motivations. You see, his character is completely original. He's an evil scientist who's reduced to being a brain in a machine, while creating the 3 Bio Warriors. So if you haven't noticed, it's similar to Dr. Gero in the Android Saga. Hell, you can even go as far as say that Dr. Wheelo inspired Toriyama to make Dr. Gero. And coming at number 6 is Lord Slug. He's basically King Piccolo with similar character motivations, but he's stronger, bigger, and cooler. However, what I like most about Lord Slug, aside from his abilities and him being the only Namekian villain in the Dragon Ball Z movies, is that Lord Slug is the very first Super Namekian introduced in Dragon Ball Z. And you learn that these species were no joke. All their abilities are amplified, including their hearing, which played a major factor in his defeat. And instead of Goku finishing the job all by himself like always, in this case he actually needed Piccolo's helping hand and Gohan's awful whistling sounds. And coming up at number 5 is Broly. I think one of the best characteristics of Broly is his design. Thus everything you see about him encompasses what he is. His white hollow eye indicates death, his huge muscles indicate destructive force, and his spriggy crazy hair tells you that he is one crazy Super Saiyan killing machine. Now I know the fanbase is somewhat split on liking Broly. Some think he's the best and some think he's the most overrated. I honestly see so much potential in him. Thus, Broly has a very interesting backstory that directly connects with Goku and the main story, and gives you more context on how King Vegeta ruled. Now, before we move on, there is one thing that I would like to say about Broly. I think many fans misunderstood why Broly hates Goku, because a lot believe it's because Goku was crying a lot which pissed off Broly. That is in fact incorrect. Broly hates Kakarot because the noises of baby Goku are memory triggers to what happened to him in the past. Broly was stabbed in the chest as a child and rejected completely from society as an infant. Therefore, Goku to him is a constant reminder of what scarred him in life. And at number 4, Haru Daguan. What makes Haru Daguan so unique as a character is that he does not fit the theme of Dragon Ball Z. He completely feels like a fanfic character that was somehow dragged into Dragon Ball. And given all these weird abilities, he's a giant scary monster with a very interesting and original lore. And even though he does not have much character motivation besides destruction, his story is plot driven, which is something that you don't often see in Dragon Ball Z.
I am the supreme master of this universe. I am the great destroyer, the taker of life. It is my will that this planet and everyone on it be annihilated.
Now we all know that Frieza was cool, and his brother is cooler. Now that's a joke that will never get old. And speaking of things that are old, Cooler is Frieza's older, more mature and stronger brother. His motivations are purely revenge, and the way he does it is a lot better than Frieza in Resurrection of F. He's quick, he's efficient, and he does not fuck around. Also, his final form is absolutely my favorite transformation of Frieza's race. Coming up at number 2 is Janemba. Now I'll be honest, part of the reason why Janemba is so high on the list is because I absolutely love his design. He's the first villain to manhandle SS3 Goku, and his abilities are extremely unique. Plus he has a kick-ass sword. And while Janemba does not have much character, he's still one badass dude who single-handedly bent hell itself to his will, and was able to trap King Yama, making him helpless. Now imagine what would have happened if he continued messing up with dimensions. He's by far the most dangerous villain we have seen, and his capacity for destruction seems limitless. Also, did I mention he has a kick-ass sword? And coming up at number 1 is none other than the god of destruction Beerus himself. Now even though one could say he's not a villain in Dragon Ball Super, but he was definitely a major villain in the movie and the first arc. And what separates Beerus from every other Dragon Ball villain aside from his insane strength and immense capacity for destruction, Beerus is the most complex villain. He's funny, and he's charming and goofy, but he also has the presence and authority of a god. If you cross him, then he won't hesitate to fuck you up. Also, his character heavily expands the lore of the Dragon Ball franchise, and the way you may use Beerus in the series is so crucial. He could either make the story a lot better or hold it back. But either ways, no one can deny the complexity of his character and how his own character relates to Goku. So I'm really looking forward to his character in future Dragon Ball episodes. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed my list, and please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share if you want. And have a good day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to suggest this. What if this Goku is not this Goku right here? I'm not saying that they're not the same character, but what I'm saying, what if these two forms are completely different?